I want to say thank you to the cultural troupe right there for that very, very splendid performance. That was awesome. That was magnificent, and we'd like to give them another hand of applause. I want to officially welcome the President of the Republic of Liberia here, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. And again, we want to say thanks for the splendid performance. Mr. President, just before you came in, you said that they're just from India. And of course, evidently, you can see that they're just from India. The drum is even very clear, tell you that they're just from India. The drum went India too, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. So, we want to welcome everybody from India. Thanks for the performance. At about this time, we go straight over to our special remarks, and we like to call on Providence Mavubi. And Providence Mavubi is the Director of Division of Agribusiness and Infrastructure Development, UNIDO.
Thank you. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Minister present, Your Excellency, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Her Excellency, the Ambassador of European Union Delegation to Liberia, heads of United Nations agencies and UN colleagues, senior officials of the government of Liberia here present, representative of the private sector, member of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor to deliver this remark on behalf of the Director General of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization at this high-level occasion marking the commissioning of the Liberia Standards Authority laboratories. This event is a landmark in Liberia's drive to protect its citizens, support its productive sector, and position the country as a competitive and trusted partner in regional and global trade. Today, we do more than inaugurate a rehabilitated facility. We celebrate a strategic investment in governance, public health, and economic transformation. A strong national standard and quality infrastructure is the silent backbone of modern economies. It protects consumers, underpins food safety, opens doors to new markets, and builds confidence among investors and trading partners. Through the Liberian Food Safety Initiative implemented by UNIDO, with a general support of the European Union, we are proud to accompany the government of Liberia in strengthening food safety practices along key value chains such as rice, fish, cassava, cocoa, and coffee. As a national standard authority, the Liberian Standards Authority and its conformity assessment body will play a central role in ensuring that Liberian products meet international requirements while safeguarding the health and the well-being of Liberian people. Over the past months, this partnership has modernized the laboratory that we are commissioning today in line with international standards, restored the critical infrastructure that you will see, installed reliable water and hybrid power system, upgraded the laboratory fittings, and established a modern training facility. While also we work with RISA to develop a sound business plan connecting RISA to regional and international network. These are precisely the system-level investments that create a lasting impact. This milestone builds on more than 2 decades of cooperation between UNIDO and Liberia in support of private sector development, agro-industrial value chain, standard and quality infrastructure, and technical and vocational education and training, fully aligned to Liberia's arrest agenda. UNIDO remain committed to work hand in hand with your government to promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, job creation, and resilient food system. Allow me, on behalf of our Director General, to commend Your Excellency and your government of Liberia for your leadership and vision in empowering the Liberia Standards Authority, and to express our deep appreciation to the European Union for its strategic partnership and continued confidence. Together, we are demonstrating how targeted investment in quality infrastructure can translate into better livelihood, stronger institutions, and greater opportunity for all. Today's inauguration marked the beginning of the new phase, one which Visa deliver trusted services, producer gain competitiveness and market access, consumers are better protected, and Liberia's voice in regional and international trade is strengthened. UNIDO stands ready to continue being your steadfast partner on this journey. I thank you.
Thanks so very much, dear, for that delivery by Your Providence Mavubi, the Director of the Division of Agribusiness and Infrastructure Development, UNIDO. We will now call on Madam Christine N. Yomotoni, United Nations Resident Coordinator here in Liberia. You're most welcome.
Your Excellency, President Joseph Boakai, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Ministers present and senior government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, and international representatives of the private sector, my sister Mavubi from headquarters, welcome. Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Welcome everyone to this important milestone, the inauguration of the laboratories of the Liberia Standards Authority, LISA. Today's event reflects Liberia's continued commitment to strengthening its national quality infrastructure and ensure safer food systems for all Liberians, and indeed for all the people in the world, because the food will be consumed here and also will be exported. We recognize the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for establishing LISA and for prioritizing standards, conformity assessment, food safety as key pillars of national development. And indeed, we really see the visionary leadership of President Boakai, because in the arrest agenda we see clearly agriculture, sanitation, all these things to be aligned. So this forward-looking and vision, which helps all these programs anchor in a clear direction, we really appreciate the vision of the leadership of this country. We recognize the cooperation between the government of Liberia and the European Union, and also the work we do together, because all this is possible because of the financial support made to Liberia Food Safety Initiative that was given by the European Union. I want to thank, on behalf of the UN family, one of our family members, UNIDO, who is implementing this program. Thank you. I really want to acknowledge that food safety is not only a public health matter. It is an economic development issue. Reliable testing, inspection, and certification systems protect consumers, strengthen trust in markets, and enable Liberian producers to compete at regional and international levels. So, as you prepare to go to Europe to present your strengths, these are some of the showcases of things that really make Liberia a good partner. I would like to highlight Liberia's development agenda, the arrest, emphasizes economic diversification, agricultural transformation, and private sector growth, all of which depend on strong institutions like this one. Listen. I want to also acknowledge that investment in laboratory rehabilitation, reliable power and water systems, modern equipment, and capacity development, I see the Minister of Education here, are critical steps towards building a credible and internationally recognized conformity assessment system in general. And I always tell my UN colleagues that it is a whole of system approach, or a whole of country approach, but also a whole of UN approach. I couldn't see UNIDO succeeding on this if FAO, if EFAD, if all UNDP, all those other agencies are not, working together. So I want to reiterate that the United Nations system in Liberia remains committed to supporting institutional capacity development that enables inclusive and sustainable industrialization in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. And this is articulated in our own UN and Government of Liberia cooperation framework. So, as I conclude, I would like to encourage and continue collaboration between government institutions, development partners, academia, the private sector, to ensure that LISA operates sustainably, achieves great accreditations, and delivers reliable services to business and consumers alike. I want to applaud the technical staff and the leadership of LISA for their dedication and professionalism in advancing standards and quality infrastructure in Liberia. Again, I reaffirm the UN's continued partnership with Liberia in strengthening institutions, fostering economic resilience, and building systems that safeguard citizens and unlock opportunities for future generations, as well as promote continued opportunities for investment promotion. I'm really confident that today's inauguration marks not the end of the process, but the beginning of a stronger, more resilient, and more competitive Liberia food systems. UN is committed to support everyone, especially the youth who are the majority of this country. And as usual, I never conclude my remark without saying, may God bless Mama Liberia. Thank you so much.
Of course, we want to say thanks there to Madam Christine and Motoni for that presentation. She represents the United Nations. She is the United Nations resident coordinator in Liberia. And up next is Her Excellency Nona Dupuis, Ambassador, European Union, Delegation to Liberia.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, President Joseph Nyoma Boakai Sr., honored dignitaries, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stand on existing protocols. I'm really pleased to be standing here in front of the newly refurbished Liberia Standards Authority on such a momentous occasion. A beautiful building housing essential equipment and providing a working home to experts who are trained to guarantee food safety in Liberia. Your Excellency, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the world, the importance of food safety is recognized as a human right. Global pandemics, the effect of climate change, conflicts, and economic challenges negatively affect food security worldwide and hence impact food safety. The current and still unresolved food safety concerns in Liberia linked to frozen food brings home the absolute need to have a proper food safety control system to maintain human health. Not only is food safety a human right, it is also essential for economic development. Let there be no doubt, with our Global Gateway Strategic Initiative, the European Union seeks to mobilize funds in public and private investments to develop quality infrastructures worldwide, focusing on sustainable, high-standard projects. We're standing right in front of one example that puts Liberia in the spotlight. The commissioning of this Fit-for-Purpose Standards Authority today is particularly significant in view of the Liberia EU Business Forum, which will be held next week in Brussels on the 24th and 25th of February. Key sectors that will be presented are, amongst others, infrastructure, energy, tourism, extractive industries, waste management and recycling, but also agriculture, fisheries, forestry, important shared priorities. And these are the foundations